We're honored to have former Florida Supreme Court Justice Peggy Quince with us today. Hello and welcome to Legal Connections.
Hi, I'm glad to be here.
Oh my goodness, it's such an honor. I just want to touch on the first that I know of. I'm sure there are more, but first Black woman to be appointed to the District Court of Appeal, first Black woman to be appointed to the Florida Supreme Court, and the first Black woman to head a Florida branch of government as the Chief Justice for the Florida Supreme Court. Yes. Among many others, I'm sure. and with all that, I've read that you do not consider yourself a trailblazer. Please explain.
Well, you know, the thing is that I guess to some people I am a trailblazer, but what I really consider myself to be is a person who tried to do and take advantage of the opportunities that were presented to me. And I just hope that there are other people who will do the same. I don't particularly like having to be the first person to have done something.
Right.
And I certainly hope that I won't be the last person to have done it. So I really think of myself as someone who took advantage of opportunities and hope that other people will do the same thing. And I know that there were many people who were qualified for these positions long before I ever got to that position. And it's sort of a sad commentary that those people were not the first.
I understand that, I do. But certainly we are grateful for your accomplishments and to witness your experience in touching those high points. Can you talk a little bit about your Medal of Honor? Congratulations.
Well, thank you. And I am really honored and that to have received that award because it means so much. In order to be eligible for the award, you have to have at least help to make sure that the administration of justice in this state is administered fairly. And that's what I have tried to do because I think that we all know that there is some unfairness that goes on in the justice system and in all of our systems. And it's our job to do what we can to make sure that things are done equally, that justice for all really means something, that it's not just words that people mouth, that it is really a part of our system. And so this award to me means that I have at least attempted to contribute to making sure that there is in fact justice for all.
And on that, I want to just pivot a little bit because we are here at the annual convention. If you had to give one piece of advice, maybe two, because I know you have a lot, to any new attorneys, what would it be?
I would tell attorneys first to really look at the oath that they take as an attorney. We mouth the words, but do we really look at it? We promise, we make promises in that oath. And some of the promises that we make are that we will support, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. And I think lawyers need to make sure that they look at that closely and adhere to those promises that they've made. And another part of that same oath that they take says, I will never reject for any consideration personal to myself the cause of the defenseless or the oppressed. We need to make sure that we are still about the business. It's another aspect of making sure there's equal justice, because there's not equal justice if you don't have access to the courts. And so we need to make sure that we are doing our part to see that others who really can't afford, the $500 an hour lawyer has access to our court system.
What would you like your legacy to be?
I really haven't really thought about that, but I really would like people to say that she did what she could for the cause of justice.
And wow, that's powerful. And thank you for reminding me as an attorney of the importance of revisiting that oath, because I do think that some of the language and the commitments get buried in everyday practice. And certainly, looking at some of the examples or some of the I can't even say examples, that's a strong word, some of the situations that we are witnessing. That's great advice to revisit it, just to remember, what the focus is and should be.
I think I was at a program, I believe in Pensacola some years ago, and at their annual meeting, all of the attorneys in the room retook the oath.
I love that.
And I think that if we do something like that, that maybe even if it's not annually, but sometime we retake that oath and think about what it is we are saying, that I think it will go a long way in our profession.
That is the best tip I have heard in my 15 years of practice. And that, I think it brings the point, because what year was it when you joined the Florida Bar?
I joined the Florida Bar in 1978, but I was a lawyer for 3 years before that. I was a member, and still am, a member of the Virginia Bar, and I became a member of that bar in 1975.
See, and then when we take the oath, I mean, everything is, we're so excited, and mine is on the wall, but occasionally, as I'm dusting it,
and we have a code of creed of professionalism. That's something else that I think that we need to revisit and read again. How professional we are to be, because a part of professionalism is also making sure that others have access to justice.
Wow, how inspiring. Thank you for taking time to spend with us today, and just to, I know we got the tip of the iceberg for your accomplishments, but you have a glow, and it's just an honor to be in your presence. And thank you so much.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you for all you've done and continue to do.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Legal Connections continues after this.